Welcome class 11th students. In previous lecture we had discussed about Newton's first law, that is called law of inertia, and Newton's second law, this is called change in this is based on momentum. Our next topic is Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law, and you better know in class 9th, according to this law there is a equal and opposite forces, or there is a equal and opposite reaction. Every action have a equal and opposite reaction. According to this, let's suppose this is any desk, and if you put any body on that, let's suppose the body name is 1 and the desk is what, 2. How much force exerted by these bricks on table? Same force will be exerted by table on bricks, but their direction will be opposite. So force applied by first on second downward, this is the action and what, reaction. So it is called F, force applied by first on second, it could be written as F to 1, force applied by first on second. Similarly, the body 2 is what, your table will exert the force on same way in upper direction. So force applied by second on first, so it could be written as F1 2. There is every action have a equal and opposite reaction. So F21 is the action and F12 is the what? F21 is the action and F12 is the what? Reaction. Both are acting on same surface or the different surface. Action and reaction are working on different surface, but there is the pair of force. So many contents are there. So there is every action have a equal and opposite reaction. So according to this, F1 2 is equal to minus F2 1. Every action have a equal and opposite reaction. Okay. So there are some contents are there. So first point, forces are in pair. Very, very important. Forces are in pair. Second point, they are in different surface. You better know, action is on table and reaction is on bricks. They are in different surface. Third point, they doesn't cancel to each other. Very, very important point. Action and reaction will not cancel out to each other because they are working on different bodies. Very, very important point. Action and reaction forces will not cancel to each other because they are working on different body. You better know, action is working on table and reaction is working on bricks. So action and reaction are since working on different bodies, so they will not cancel to each other. So their contents are there, their direction are opposite, equal amount, they are on different surface, they are in pair, they work at the same time. When action, same time reaction. Let's suppose I am doing, this is the action, I am getting what? Reaction, but they doesn't cancel to each other because they are acting on different body. Action is working on body number 1, so reaction is working on body number 2. So this is contents of Newton's third law. Every action have there is a equal and opposite reaction. Okay, and formula is F12 is equal to minus F21 and it will have the vector quantity since force is a vector quantity. Okay, so this is Newton's third law. Now there are, we can deduct it. So deduction of third law by Newton's second law. You better know, second is called fundamental law. By second law we can deduct the first law as well as we can deduct the what? Third law. So our next topic is very, very important, deduction of third law. Just we got third law by using Newton's what? Second law. This is called law of momentum also. So let's suppose two bodies are there. Very easy way. Body number 1 and body number 2. When they collide to each other, what happened? First will apply the force on second and second will apply the force on first. So we will get as like this. Every action have a equal and opposite reaction. first will apply the force on second, so it is F21. First we apply force on second. Similarly, second will apply force on first. We will get F12. Two different body, when they collide, they will apply the force on each other. Okay. So according to second law, we will start from second law and we will reach on what, which law? Third law. So what we get here? F12 is equal to force applied by second on first. You better know, when second body will apply the force on first body, then the momentum of first body will get changed. You better know, because second is applying force on first. So we will write dP1 upon dt. Very easy. Second is applying force on first. That's why I am applying force on board. So the momentum of board will change, not momentum of what, me. Okay. Same thing is going on here. Second body is applying force on first. So first momentum will get changed. So rate of change in momentum is equal to force. This is called second law of Newton. Similarly, F21 is equal to, first is applying force on second. First is applying force on second. So what we get here? The second body momentum gets changed. So we will write dP2 upon dt. This is according third law. Our aim is, this is according second law. Our aim is what? Third law, reduction of third law. We will add them. What we get here? F12 plus F21 is equal to d upon dt is common. We will get P1 plus P2. Equation number first. We will add them, first and second equation. But one more thing you should know, that if F is equal to dP upon dt, this is the strong thing for you. If F is equal to 0, since no external forces are going up, no external force is working, you can see their internal force is working there. First is applying force on second and second is applying force on first. This is called internal force. If external force is 0, then dP upon dt is equal to 0, and dP upon dt is equal to 0, it means P is equal to what? Constant. This is called conservation of linear momentum. Many times that question, what a conservation of linear momentum? If no external force acted on any body, then its momentum remains constant. Are you getting the point? Same thing if we apply, if capital F is equal to 0, if no external force is applied on body, then P1 plus P2 is equal to what? It is a constant, as like this. P1 plus P2 is equal to constant. If we put the constant, what we get here? F12 plus F21 is equal to what? D upon dt of any constant k. And you better know the differentiation of constant is 0. So what we get here? Differentiation of constant will be 0. So we will get F12 plus F21 is equal to what? 0. So we will get the answer F12 is equal to minus F21. There is every action have a equal and opposite reaction. F12 is equal to F21. What sign? Minus. Minus means opposite reaction. So this is all about deduction of third law with the help of Newton's second law. Okay. So okay, note down all these points. This is second law. This is second law. We had applied conservation of linear momentum. When k constant we are getting, since external force is 0, so P1 plus P2 is constant, and it is constant. Differentiation of constant will be 0. It is 0. F12 is equal to minus F21, and you better know this is called which law? Third law. So this is all about your third law. One more thing today we will discuss. This is some examples of third law. Two examples are very important. First, how walking is possible, or some time question asks why horse can't run on air. You better know why horse can't run on air, because when he apply the force on air, there will be no action, so horse will not get any reaction, so horse could not be run through the what? Air. Same way we can run on road, but we can't run on mud. Same thing will happen. So how walking is possible? So let's suppose this is our feet, foot is there, action W, we are first, before walking we pushing back the road, or we pushing back the floor, we are getting reaction, so we will get R is equal to minus W. It is possible. So walking is only possible by which law? Third law. If you are putting your foot on mud, no doubt no action, so no reaction, so it is impossible to walk on the what, mud, or you can't run on air, because when you apply the action you will not get any reaction, so as it will not happen. Okay, so this is the walking on road. Second is very important, horse cart problem. Anytime that question up, horse cart, CART problem, this is also known as tanga. Okay, horse cart problem. So first see there, we are trying to make the horse. This is the horse. The mass of horse is capital M. Action and what? Action. Let's suppose action is W. So this is reaction. It is making how much angle? What? Theta. The mass of horse is capital M. And same thing, a cart is there. You better know. This is the cart having wheel. Its mass is small m, cart, and they connected by what? String. You better know, they are connected by string. Horse mass is capital M, cart mass is small m, they connected by string. When horse will pull the cart, no doubt it will make the tension, and the tension is T. Every action have equal and opposite reaction, and the force applied by cart on horse is small f. Are you getting the point? Horse, this is the horse. Its mass is capital M, cart mass is small m, they are connected by string having tension T, and if horse is running, its acceleration is what? A. And you better know F is equal to ma or something more. Okay, it is theta, so it resolve in two component. You better know R resolve in two component. It is horizontal, so it could be written as R cos theta, or simply it could written as H is equal to R cos theta. Similarly, V vertical component, R sin theta. R resolve in two component, R cos theta, or it is simply written as H for horizontal and V for vertical. For running the horse, you should know that only H is equal to R cos theta will work, because it is the horizontal component. So now apply the third law, or with help of second law. So what we get here? It is possible when H is greater than T, then horse will go ahead. So what we get? H minus T is equal to, you better know, action and reaction. H minus T, tension is that side. H minus T is equal to, this is F, is equal to ma. What a total mass? Total mass is capital M, and acceleration is what? A. Equation number first. Are you getting the point? Horse is applying force capital H, string is pulling back small capital T. So what a total force? Total force, this is H, this is T. So we will get H minus T. Why H minus T, not T minus H? Because H is greater than T, that's only horse can run. Otherwise, if T is greater, cart will pull the horse, which is not possible, because horse is pulling the what? Cart. This is our meaning. Okay. Second point. Here T and here F, both are force. T is pulling F. F is the force applied by cart. So what we get here? T minus F is equal to T minus F is equal to, what are total mass? Small m, but acceleration is A. This is equation number second. Are you getting the point? If you add them, this is the important point. T will cancel out. What we get here? H minus F is equal to, they will add up. A is common, capital M plus small m into what? A. See that T will cancel out. So what we get here? A is equal to acceleration. A is equal to H minus F upon capital M plus small m. It is as like F is equal to ma. This is second law. So what you are getting? If H is greater than F, you can see that. If H is greater than F, so A will be positive. A will be positive, and no doubt A will positive. It means your cart will be accelerated by horse. Similar, if F is greater than H, F is greater than H, so A will be negative. You better know A negative, it means retardation. It means cart will not pulled by horse, but it will be go back. Okay, so this is the horse cart problem, which is very helpful for coming numericals. Okay, that's all for today.